Hey there. Welcome, welcome. It is a new day. It is July 6th, 2025. And we are going to be catching up with everything and anything Chantal related. We are going to dive fupa first, into Chantopolis, and we are going to see what is going on with her. She uploaded a vlog, I think maybe like 45 minutes ago, and we're going to take a look at that first, and then we're going to jump into this monster of a live stream that she did yesterday. We're definitely going to do it on like 1.5 speed, maybe even faster than that, just because 5 hours is a lot of time. I don't know if any of the channels that we tend to take a look at that condenses Chantal's content have uploaded. I don't know. Let me look at Piggy. No, Piggy didn't really upload anything, I don't think. What about Barbecue Chillin'? Did Barbecue Chillin' condense any of the Oh wow, Barbecue Chillin' condensed it already into a 33-minute video. So that's probably what we'll look at afterwards instead of just going through like the raw footage of 5-something hours. Okay. How's everybody doing? Nice to see you. Let me pull up Twitch. Hello, Twitch people. Twitch. Nice to see you. In class. Oh, somebody like sent me a giant message on Twitch. I didn't even know that you could message me on Twitch, in all honesty. Okay. The Lord's Work by BBC, certainly. And I see, as Lori types that in the chat, she is coming in hot with her 18th month. I think that Lori is the longest running member on this channel. She is one of our original OG mods. She might have even been I don't know who the first moderator ever was, but Lori's definitely one of the first. She's one of the first. Thank you so much, Lori. I really appreciate that. Sundays in Syria. There is no place I would rather be than Syria via Chantal, via YouTube with you all. We're heading to Syria, baby. Thank you so much, Lori. I appreciate you moderating and being around for as long as you have been. Mike, the situation type deal, thank you for your 2 months of membership. Her fupa is probably jam-packed with cheese now that she's in this Syrian heat. I did not need that mental image, but thank you for that. Thank you for that. I am so happy that I now have that in my brain to ponder. Oh my god. Welcome back. Thank you. Raythians, thank you for 10 months on Twitch. My husband gets his wisdom teeth out tomorrow morning. Wish us luck. He's going to join our club. Ooh, I wonder if he'll get to keep them. Sounds like fun on a Monday. Ugh. Have a good week, Raythians' husband. I hope you do okay with that. Okay, let's get this pulled up. As I just said, we're going to take a look at her vlog that was uploaded about an hour ago, and then we are going to jump into the gigantic monster of a live stream that she did yesterday. Somehow Chantal, I really want to put this, I want to put this into perspective for everyone. So, I mean, if you watch Chantal content, you probably also watch Amberlynn content. But what I have noticed is that everybody who watches Amberlynn content doesn't watch Chantal content. So I think that this is, a pretty good picture to look at when I say this, in that Amber can't find 1 to 2 hours a week to stream, but Chantal is streaming in the Middle East in a dangerous area with no electricity, sometimes spotty internet, for upwards of 6 hours. multiple times a week. So, I mean, really, in terms of like who has the crown right now in girl world and who is actually like showing up, Chantal's showing up. Amber, you have some work to do. I think that Amber is going live in about 45 minutes. Who knows how that live stream is going to go. There was a big fight on Amber Lynn's community tab earlier today with her members only. People were accusing her of being greedy because she did recently make an announcement that she was going to do public live streams that everybody can watch. It was a whole shit show. She was fighting with people in the comments. We'll address that tomorrow because tomorrow will more than likely be an Amber Lynn recap. So we'll do that tomorrow. But Chantal, you know what? I mean, I'll give it to her. She's showing up with the content. Whereas Amber is just, yeah, it's not looking cute. It's not. Okay, let's go on over here. Chantal uploaded this about 45 minutes ago titled A Glimpse of Syria Post-War 2025. All right. So let me get past her whole like stupid little intro of like it's Foodie booty buy a cameo. All right, here we go.
Welcome. This is my first vlog in Syria here in July 2025 after the fall of the Assad regime. Now, I have been quite busy adjusting to life here. Therefore, so far, I have only...
This is just still so wild to me. Because, I mean, even she said it herself. If you're an American and you think of Syria, you think of ISIS. And honestly, I mean, I used to keep up pretty thoroughly on like the Islamic State back when that was like really like making their momentum back in like the mid 2010s and stuff like that. And it's just crazy. It's like 10 years ago, I was seeing like wild things on websites like LiveLeak, like Jihadi John and stuff like that. And now 10 years later, I do commentary on YouTube and I'm watching a 400-pound woman walk around the same desert. Like it's just hard to wrap my head around this, almost as hard as it is to wrap an abaya around her abdomen.
Managed to accumulate some clips of some of the surrounding areas we have been to and my journey here. I will do a lot more vlogging, inshallah, especially of the more touristy areas. So stay tuned for that, and as always, thanks for watching. So without further ado, here are some clips from my journey so far. So my journey starts with flying from Istanbul, Turkey to Beirut, Lebanon. I flew 9.5 hours from Montreal, Canada to start to Istanbul, and then I had a 12-hour layover there before flying to Beirut. Here I am staring at the departure.
The Islamic State is still there, and the rumor mill is that Sal is associated. I definitely do not agree with that. I don't think that that's what's going on here. I think that he's just a bum, and he is preying on her to provide for him. I think that if this were to be any sort of like recruitment, or what's the word I'm looking for? Radicalize, like a radical online radicalization. I think that would have happened already. I don't think that this is going to be like a 3-year con to get some fat bitch from Canada over to Syria to become part of the Islamic State. Like, I don't think that that's what's going on here at all. I think that this is just him wanting to use her as a sugar mama. Salah loves his cash cow. Yeah, this is about him wanting to be taken care of. 6 Bacons, thank you so much for 8 months. I appreciate you being a mod on YouTube. Are you a mod on Twitch as well? Well, I appreciate you being a dual platform subscriber. Thank you.
Board, waiting patiently, well, kind of patiently, to see which gate I needed to trek to. I was so over traveling at this point. When I arrived at Beirut Airport, I was picked up by a taxi service who helps you through immigration and takes you across the border into Syria from Beirut. And he gave me an iced coffee and a water, and we were on our way. I decided to go the land border way into Syria from Lebanon. instead of flying into Damascus, just because it was recommended that that's just a better way to go by other travelers.
I wonder why that is. So I did this on the original Chantal stream that we did a few days ago, and we took a look at exactly how she got into Syria. Let's do that again real quick. So pulling up Google Maps over here and moving on over to the Middle East. So this is how she did it. She said that she went from Lebanon. So she flew from Istanbul, which is up in Turkey in the northwest area. Yes, over here. So she flew from here to Beirut, and then she took this Route 30 or whatever this road is called. She took this road into Syria, ended up at the border of Syria, somewhere in this area over here, near Masna, or I'm probably not even able to pronounce all these cities. Masna. Yeah, so she drove over to Masna from Beirut, and then she got into Syria here, and then she took this road here into Damascus, and then met up with someone in this vicinity of this city. I know this is crazy. This is crazy. So currently, this is in the vicinity of Damascus is where Chantal is currently. It's wild to wrap your head around.
So here I am in the taxi. I've never been to Lebanon, so I was actually, or Syria, but I was actually taken aback by the mountain ranges and just the kind of hills, the winding roads as we were driving along. It's about probably about 5:30 a.m. here.
She didn't fly to Damascus because you need a visa. You can get in if you don't, or you can get there without a visa if you don't fly in. If you drive, it's easier to get in. It just doesn't seem like an area that people are wanting to go to. And the fact that she doesn't have the papers or the credentials to get in the recommended way, and she's doing it this kind of like ass backward way, that's concerning. She took in some back road with no checkpoints.
I arrived in Beirut at 3 a.m., but the border only opens at 6 a.m., so we had some waiting to do before we could cross over. Here we are, finally in Syria after what felt like a million-hour journey. I'm finally here, and just like in Lebanon, I was taken aback at how beautiful the landscape in Syria was. Everything was just so gorgeous. There were a lot of the new revolutionary flags with the 3 stars, and I just was enjoying taking in the scenery. So many mountains, and just like in Lebanon, Syria had a very similar.
I mean, I don't know. Do you guys find this pretty? I mean, she's going on and on about how beautiful this is. I mean, I don't. This just kind of looks like a desert or like a barren area to me. Jordy, you have to see how swollen her leg is in this video. Okay, I'll take a look at it. The fact she's trying to sell this to us is a good thing. They were trying to do that in the original live stream too. They were trying to really talk up Syria, like, oh, they're rebuilding the infrastructure and they have the best healthcare in the world here, and like all this other stuff. They're really, well, he says all these good things about Syria, and then she just repeats whatever he says.
And just like in Lebanon, Syria had a very similar landscape, I noticed. I was amazed by the olive trees in Syria. I love olives. Like, olive is literally in my middle name. So When there are a lot of trees like this together, you can actually smell olives as you drive past. Olives are one of Syria's most ancient agricultural products. Olives have to be cured or brined for several weeks, though, so it's not like I can just pick them off trees and eat them. But nonetheless, here we are driving around and past many olive trees. And the olive trees are not just in farm areas, they are too, but they're also just in like urban areas, like right outside of our apartment, pretty much as well. By the way, you might hear fan noise as I'm recording because it's pretty hot here right now. So, but driving in more populated towns like Damascus.
Oh my God, that fan. So as she's editing this video in that room that they're staying in, she has that fan pointed at her. But I mean, really, there's no air conditioning, and it really didn't look like there was much ventilation, so I don't know how good a fan is going to do her. It's just kind of like blowing hot air around.
Can be kind of hectic, I will admit, especially as a foreigner. I didn't drive, luckily, and nor would I want to attempt to, but as you can see, the narrow roads in between buildings are quite bustling at times. There are people walking in the middle of the road, and you must beep your horn, and they will just move
I don't know if I would call this bustling.
out of the way. There are many small businesses and shops along either side of the street. These small shops, which are like
She did this all for Salah? K-Bear, I honestly don't think that he wants her there. I think that she is so obsessed with him, and the idea of him being in a country by himself terrifies her, because she probably thinks to herself, well, what if he moves to Syria and he finds a new woman? Or, what if he moves to Syria and he's able to make a living for himself and then he forgets all about me? Or, she wants to be in the thick of things. I don't think that he necessarily wanted her to come there. I think if I was Salah, I would probably be thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to go to the only other country that I can be in with my passport, and I'm going to wait for this whole like pause Kuwait thing to blow over, and then we're going to go back to Kuwait, and then Chantal can come back to Kuwait when all of that is blown over. I don't think that he wanted her to come here, but, dumbass Chantal, I'm coming to Damascus! Salah said on their live stream that he told her not to come there. I mean, it's so up Chantal's alley to do something like this. Kuwait was posh compared to this. Oh, Kuwait is very different. I mean, like, the area that they're driving around in now, I mean, this just, like, looks like something out of a documentary. But I mean, in Kuwait, I mean, she was driving around getting fast food. They were walking around air-conditioned malls. It was very different. She said that she can't access her money. They don't have ATMs, and you can't go to the local bank for money. Her money is stuck in an account for now. Well, when they were driving south in the last live stream that we looked at, people were kind of maybe thinking she was going to Jordan to access her money there so that like she could get her money in a different country and then come back into Syria with it. But in terms of like Chantal making money and like making money off of AdSense and, having access to her bank and all that stuff, I don't know how this is going to work for her, because I have seen it posted numerous times on Twitter that people are not allowed to accumulate AdSense revenue while in the country of Syria. Why Syria out of all countries? That's like his home country. Although he was born and raised in Kuwait, he has a Syrian passport. So I don't know if he has any other options. I mean, he had to leave Kuwait, so it's like, okay, well, where's he gonna go? Jordan and Syria are worlds apart in terms of like infrastructure, and like this could ruin her. Yeah, but she doesn't care. She doesn't care if this could ruin her. She honestly, I feel like Chantal is a little bit self-destructive, and I feel like in a way she kind of does have a death wish. I think that there's a lot of self-hatred ingrained into Chantal, and I think that she makes these destructive decisions because deep, deep, deep down, she hates herself. She hates her life. She hates everything that she hasn't accomplished. She hates the fact that she's missed out on so much time. She hates the fact that she's made all these decisions that she regrets. I think that, in a way, her doing stuff like this is her own form of communicating to us that she doesn't care about her life. I'm not a fan of Salah, but she ruined his life. I mean, he's the one that brought her over there. I mean, he was the one that went along with all of this. He was the one that took money from her. I don't feel bad for him. He was the one that wanted to get mixed up in all this. Lauren, thank you so much for 1 year of subscriptions on YouTube. Hey, bestie. Welcome back for real, Lauren. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. 1 year. Thank you so much. Haunting Journey, thank you so much. I have nothing to say. I just wanted to send in a super chat and remind people to like the stream. If I think of anything relevant, I'll send you more. Thank you, Haunting Journey. I really appreciate your super chat. Thank you so much for being here tonight. On top of Haunting Journey's generosity, we had who else but Katie Bird swoop in with 20 gifted memberships. Katie Bird has gifted hundreds of gifted memberships on this channel before. We really appreciate Miss Katie Bird being a part of our channel and moderating as frequently as she does. Thank you so much, Katie Bird. I really appreciate you doing that again. The community expands once again. Let's get some bird emojis in the chat for Ms. Katie Bird. Thanks for being here, Katie Bird.
Convenience stores here in Syria are called dukkans. I know I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but I am, after all, just an English-speaking Canadian woman. We stopped at one of these stores to get cold water, but because Syria has regular and prolonged power outages throughout the day, this shop owner and many others didn't have cold water or even any electricity at all, so no problem, at least he had water, which was good enough for us. Here we saw some livestock on the side of the road, maybe for purchase or they belong to someone, I'm not sure. And here kids and just people in general, but especially kids, love to drive in the back of these trucks here with like the cage on the truck bed, and they hang on to it. This was making me extremely nervous for the boy in yellow.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I ever see, like, a kid, or not even just a kid, like an adult, like, in the back seat of a, like, the bed of a truck, and the truck is moving along, like, if I don't know, that makes me nervous, too. But, I mean, it doesn't look like the car's going that fast.
Yellow, especially. I was saying, get on the truck, and here we have a bunch of flags with a big building, and, I was told it's, I think it's a university, so could be wrong about that, but that's what it was thought to be there on the right. So I don't really have much else to say. You're going to see a lot of buildings that look kind of dilapidated in between functioning buildings, but I'll just enjoy these clips here of Syria. Between the
That's how we got around in the 80s. That's definitely something that you see a lot in like the 70s, 80s and stuff. I remember like specifically like in 80s movies, like they would always yell at the kids like, don't lean on that door. Like if there was a kid in a passenger seat of a car and he was leaning on the door, or she was leaning on the door, they would say, don't lean on that door. I don't know, just like things that you would never think of. Don't lean on that door, you'll fall out. Riding in the bed of a truck is fun. That's one word for it.
Dilapidated buildings, there is a beautiful landscape just like these mountains here, and so yeah, that's it. Here we go. Why did the chicken and her chicklets cross the road? The soil here in Syria, in particular in the mountainous and valley regions is red. It's also known as Mediterranean soil.
This is what it looks like in northern Arizona. There's portions of the desert in northern Arizona, and they just look completely red and orange.
Is red. It's also known as Mediterranean soil. And these are the only camels we've seen so far here in Syria. We passed by this KFC knockoff.
Oh my god, KFG. Wait, there's that KFC. They had a KFC. Oh my god, only Chantal would go to Syria and find KFC.
Called KFG. I don't know what the G stands for, but apparently they have crispy chicken and other dishes. So stay tuned for that.
Did they eat there? Oh, come on. You didn't eat at KFG? I want to see a KFG mukbang. What the hell?
Crispy chicken and other dishes. So stay tuned for that. Now, this next series.
One of Chantal's mod called it Kentucky Fried Goat. Tracy said that? Tracy TX or whatever? That woman with like the crazy makeup and the eyes. I wonder if Chantal laughed at that. Because like, if one of Chantal's people, like a Beezer or a mod of hers said that, she would probably laugh. But if like a reaction channel or someone else said that, she'd call it Islamophobic or racist.
Series of clips is very sad, quite sad. It's the remains of a war-torn country and from the Syrian civil war. So
Why did she go here? I mean, the whole time I'm watching this video, I'm just thinking, like, why did she go there? What did she think that she was going to accomplish by going to this country?
Just compiled a bunch of buildings that have been bombed.
In July,
bombed, and a lot of them are in rubble, and these were once people's homes. So it's really, really sad. The ones that are not so bombed are littered with bullet holes. It's just so surreal to be driving past and seeing this. And what was more surprising to learn is that there are people still living in these ruins in their homes. And I would say
that is so terrible. I mean, people are living in these dilapidated buildings, and Chantal willingly goes to this country and, you know, kind of makes like a bees out of it. I mean, people facing like starvation and famine and like malnourishment, among other issues, and she goes here for a Syria bees. It's
probably because they don't have much choice, sadly. And my heart goes out to the people of Syria, and inshallah it can soon start to rebuild from being such a war-torn country.
So I mean, like, honestly, you see how bad, like, I don't know, like, because it always brings back the question. It's like, you know, why does Salah do this? But I mean, like, if it's between like mooching off of Chantal and having money on Chantal or living like this, I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, I kind of understand. It's just, I don't know, because like, I have made comments in the past about Salah, and I have said, well, you know, why doesn't he just do what his sister does? Or why doesn't he, you know, go back to school? Or why doesn't he get, you know, jobs in Kuwait? Why doesn't he work? Why is he choosing to financially pump this cow from Canada Why did that go on in Kuwait for 2.5 years? Like, why didn't he, doesn't he want to support himself? Doesn't he want a wife? Doesn't he want to have a family of his own? Like, why is he choosing to get and keep money and keep his lifestyle afloat the way that he's doing it? Because I mean, like, I have said things in the past like, Sal is lazy. Like, why doesn't he just get a job? Like, I just like think to myself, like, am I being ignorant by saying things like that? Like, is he not able to get forms of work? Does like he maybe have a disability? I mean, like, I don't want to give him like too much grace, because I do think that he's kind of skeevy, and I do think that he's romance scamming her, so to speak. I'll call it what it is. Um, I just want to make sure that I understand the situation holistically. Because when I see stuff like this, and I see a man that, it's like kind of, I just think like, I mean, is he just doing what he needs to do to survive? Is that me kind of like being naive? No, he's just lazy. I think that there's something wrong with him. People have also speculated that. I mean, like, there's no way for anyone on YouTube to diagnose him or, suggest something and it'd be like, oh yeah, that's fact. I mean, like, could it be a possibility? He's not all there, Jordy. Des, thank you so much for your membership. Huge thank you for the gifted sub. I enjoy the chaos lives or replay while I'm at art, or while I'm working on art or gaming. You guys are amazing. P.S. Fat. Thank you so much, Des. Nuna, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Appreciate you. He just doesn't want to be poor. An American dollar goes a long way in Syria. $65 for a month's rent. Really? Well, Chantal isn't all there either. That's fair. It's just Dumb and Dumber. Well, who's dumb and who's dumber? I don't think there's anything wrong with him. He's just lazy and doesn't want to work. He'd rather have someone spend money on him. Yeah. That definitely could be. I've also kind of gotten the vibe from him in the past that he's a little arrogant. And I think that he has a little bit of an ego where he really shouldn't. Like, him of all people, he should not have an ego. I've picked up on that too. Like, almost as if like people should be working under him. People should be providing for him. I mean, we've seen the text messages and the things that he said to other women. Maybe he thinks like women are his like minions and they need to take care of him. They should provide for him because he has like that king mentality. I could see that as well. Don't infantilize him. His father and sister are highly successful. His mom passed away. I agree. I think he's just lazy. I'm just always I'm not saying like, oh, poor Salah, woe is him, everything. It's just like I'm somebody that constantly likes to look at things from different angles. Because I feel like for the longest time I have always viewed him very narrowly. And when I see something like this and I hear things like people are living in these buildings and I think like this is his home country, I'm given a new perspective, so I want to look at it different ways. I mean, that doesn't mean that I changed my opinion about him or anything. I just want to be more open-minded to other points of view if they are credible. Why does he say that he owns businesses? It's like an ego thing. It's like, oh yeah, I have stuff going on. I have uh, I have businesses, I have work, I matter, I'm a hardworking guy, I've accomplished things. Like it's like that, I think.
And of course, there are revolutionary 3-star Syrian flags everywhere. And we even on this day had one taped to the hood of our car. So on this particular day, we went and explored some.
Now, why would they do something like that? In the vlog that she put up, originally, they didn't have a flag on the front of this car like this. I can't imagine that they just arbitrarily put a flag up for no reason. Maybe if you have a flag displayed on your car that like shows the local government and the local soldiers that like you're a part of them and you support them and they'll leave you alone. They're asking to get shot. Well, I mean, like I guess, like this, like if you had an unmarked car, it would kind of be like, well, we don't know who that is. But if you displayed like your allegiance or who you support or whatever, I mean, you would be left alone or protected by certain groups. So I guess, yeah, in a way, it would make you a target to other people, but if like you're staying within the confines of like a certain area, then that might, yeah, what if the resistance sees that? Maybe they're only staying in certain areas.
So on this particular day, we went and explored some valleys. I don't really know or remember the name of this location. There's a little bit of water there. Now, that canyon, that valley used to be full of water, but there's been some droughts. So, unfortunately, that's all.
Oh, I was about to say, her fat ass better not walk down here. She won't be able to get back up. I remember one time I went to the Grand Canyon, and one of the tour guides there told me that a lot of people die while hiking in the Grand Canyon because they go down. And going down's the easy part. Everybody loves to go down. Going down's really enjoyable. But then you look back up and you look how much you have descended and you think, oh, fuck, I can't get back up this. Are you kidding? Like, there's no way. And I don't think that they have cranes on standby to get her out of there. I love going down. You're stupid. Shut up. I imagine her rolling down that hill. Oh my gosh. Into the pond like mini golf. Oh my god. They die all the time in mountains and canyons, like they hike in the summer. I know. Well, when I lived in Phoenix, I feel like I like overused that, but like when I lived in Phoenix, like I remember on the news all the time, like, oh my god, so and so died at Camelback Mountain because they were. It's like, why the fuck were you on Camelback Mountain at 2 p.m. on July 5th? Like,
Location. There's a little bit of water there. Now, that canyon, that valley used to be full of water, but there's been some droughts. So, unfortunately, that's all the water that there was. Now, here's me trying to climb back up from going all the way down, and it was quite a workout. It wasn't too hot, actually. There was a nice breeze in the valley, but oh my goodness.
damn. Chantal is walking around the hills of Syria, and Amber Lynn can't do one live stream a week.
This was a workout for me. As you can see, I'm trying to waddle up the mountain, but I also got to get some.
And she waddled away to Syria. Waddle, waddle.
Different clothing, so maybe some lighter clothing. But yeah, here I am just taking my time.
Did she really say that lighter clothing would help her? Yeah, I don't know about that, Chantal. Yeah, if I would have, like, this is just so crazy to me. Uncontrolled diabetes, enlarged heart, among a slew of other medical issues. What does she go and decide to do? Hike around Syria in summer. Like, you can't tell me this woman doesn't have a death wish.
In the valley, it was a very nice day. Excuse me. Just taking a break here because it's a lot of exercise for somebody who's used to a sedentary lifestyle, but we've been going out and doing walks like this and just enjoying Syria's various landscapes.
Yeah, we've just been taking walks lately and enjoying the landscape. I mean, it's not like you're overlooking the Caspian Sea. It's not like you're in a beach chair, like on a cruise somewhere. I mean, this does not really seem like an area that one would venture into and enjoy the view. But in all honesty, I don't really know what else they would do with their time. Yeah, because I mean, it's not like they're going out and going to the mall or playing mini golf or, I'd imagine that, they're other than like maybe going to restaurants or like cafes locally, like I don't know what else they would do with their time, because if it's not driving around and doing this kind of stuff, it's sitting in that unair conditioned room. Why does she not bend her knees? Really? Oh, somebody said that like I should make like a special note of seeing how swollen her leg is. Let me see that again. I want to see her walk. She doesn't bend her knees. She doesn't really bend her knees. That's wild. It's like she's walking on stilts. Which one's the swollen leg? It's kind of hard to tell from this angle. Oh my gosh. Those poor shoes. And she's wearing the right shoes. Could you imagine the wrong shoes? Shit. Her left leg looks bad. I don't know if that's the one though. Zoom in on the ankle. I don't even know how I would do that through a YouTube video. I mean, I could screenshot it and zoom in like that, but you know what? I don't want to do that actually, because one time, if you guys don't remember this, a few years ago, Sinatra, he's a reaction channel on here. He does like Amber Lynn stuff too. Sinatra one time zoomed in on Amber Lynn's ankle and made it one of his thumbnails, and he got demonetized. That was originally why his channel, Sinatra Says Second, that's why his second channel got taken away, because he zoomed in on Amber Lynn's ankle, made it the thumbnail, and then he got banned. Her new diet plan is running from the law. Yeah, who needs Ozempic? You can just be a renegade.
Syria's various landscapes. And I'm going to end this vlog by showing you what we picked up for lunch to eat in the valley area. Some chickens.
I was about to say, it looks like Costco. You walk in the back of Costco and see the $4.99 chickens.
To eat in the valley area. Some chickens that were really, really delicious, and we made.
Oh, I love these giant meat towers. I love walking into like little gyro places and seeing these gigantic meat. I mean, they have a name, but I'm too uncultured to know what it is. But yeah, this meat tower where they like cut off of it and stuff.
Made shawarma with them. So thanks for watching, and a lot more vlogs, inshallah, from Syria to come.
Oh my god, what a wild little video. I mean, I think that this is a lot more entertaining than Kuwait. I will say that, because it's just like the sheer shock value of like, holy shit, she's in Syria. So, I mean, while the vlog was in and of itself boring, I don't know. It's just like that initial shock value kind of carries the content. I don't know if I'll feel the same way after watching it for a few weeks, but I don't know how long she's going to be there. I mean, I said when she originally got there, did you guys think that she was going to be there under or over a month? And a lot of you said under, which I agree with. I think that she'll be in Syria under a month as well. But who knows with her, in all honesty, because if she's not there, if she got in through some like back ass way through Beirut or whatever, I mean, who's to say like if like they're monitoring her time there or whatever, and she can just stay as long as she wants. Who knows? Who knows? All right, so now we are going to be moving on to Barbecue Chillin'. Barbecue Chillin' has done a condensed version of Chantal's recent 6-hour live stream. I encourage you guys to check out Barbecue Chillin's channel. Yeah, so we're gonna take a look at this instead of just watching like the raw footage. Lavender Lawyer, thank you so much. I'm paying the weekly Geordie tax. Enjoy the money. Also, Foodie looks like ton 618. Please look it up. Okay. I think that this is the first time that I've ever had someone send in a super chat saying that Chantal looks like a black hole. Ton 618.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, too skinny, too thin.
I just thought I would do like a quick live. It's not going to be too long because, you know, just wanted to show you guys. We're just heading out somewhere. Yeah, no, we're just heading to a different part of, we're driving around Syria, like the country area, and just thought I'd go live chat with you guys for a bit. I don't know, going to be filming some things for another vlog. Yeah, I used my CPAP. We didn't run out of power until about noon, and then, you know, nobody has power right now, it seems like. Maybe if you have solar, but we thought we had solar, but at the place we're staying, but it's not. It's another source. But we're not going to, you know, invest in.
Yeah, is that a new part of the intro where he went woof 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 at the end?
Wow.
Is that new? Or has that always been there? You guys know what that's from, right? The woof 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 woof. No, it's new. It's been there. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm just like having a brain fart then.
There's AC in the car. It's really blurry. Juice is at home. Well, you must love your man so much. Yes, I do. Yes.
Wow, you must really love your man for you have to make this drive to Syria. You must really care about him. Do you think that that's what goes through her mind? If I fly across the world to a war-torn country, that will show him how much I love him and he'll love me back. Like, she really thinks that this is like a movie, like they're two worlds apart or something.
I do. A lot, obviously.
Yeah, so Chantal's been putting up a bunch of pictures of her enjoying different cuisines and different drinks while in Syria. And people on Twitter were speculating that these pictures were taken from Google Images. Or they were taken from some other type of website. I don't know if there's any credibility to it, but people have been alleging that Chantal has been taking these pictures that she's been putting up on her community tab from websites. Shish Barak. Those kind of look like pierogies. The first one was. I will say, out of all the pictures that she posted, which one? Oh, hail. Where'd it go? I think it's this one below. This one looked the most fake. Like how all like the spoons are out on display and all that stuff. Like this one, if any of them were to be from Google Images or something, I feel like it would be this one.
Okay, so yeah, I don't even know where to start. Like, I guess I've just been busy, you know? Like, I just got here, and so I'm settling into my new life, which is very different from the life I'm used to. I'll just be honest about that.
What do you mean you're settling into your new life? How long do you think you're gonna stay there, Chantal?
Not necessarily in a bad way, just in a way. A normal set might seem overwhelming for some people. But do I feel healthier? Yes. Yes. But I've only been here a few days, so it's going to be a while. But like, I don't even think about binge eating or doing anything like that. Overeating. It's
Just wait until you find your stride. I mean, it might be all happy-go-lucky now, like, oh yeah, let's go hiking and let's eat nutritious meals and let's not binge and let's... Just wait. Just wait. She'll go back to her ceiling ways.
One, it's too hot. I'm too busy. And
I'm too busy. I'm too busy driving around the wilderness.
No, like, I don't have access to fast food, like easy access to fast food. I can't order it. No, not live here indefinitely. No. That's okay. It's normal to worry. I mean, when people think Syria, obviously they just think of which is, I mean, it is still a country that's like recovering from being war torn, and there's still a lot of unrest and transitional period going on. Hey, plain cheese. I would love to help rebuild. Move to Syria to lose weight. It's not to lose weight. It's to be with my husband, number one, right? Two, even though it's challenging, sometimes I break down and I'm really out of shape. I like to travel, and I get bored as heck in Canada after a few weeks, you know? So, you know, rebuilding here, rebuilding there. So rebuilding here with Salah and my cat just seems a lot more healing. Learning a lot. Like, when you're put in challenging situations, you learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot how to cope with life. You learn a lot about different things, you know? The heat, well, it's been, okay, so the heat, again, if you're put in a situation that, you know, people here adapt, and learning through them, learning through the different options we've had, you know? So basically how it works here for the heat, like, it's not Kuwait, okay? It's not like Middle East heat, like Gulf country heat. It's like, it's pretty much the same heat as Canada. Like, right now it's cool. I can feel the cool air.
She really couldn't just do a shot or a diet or surgery. She had to move to fucking Syria. Yeah. I mean, you know, I always say with Amber Lynn, the only thing that's going to work for Amber Lynn is inpatient. But maybe Chantal found another way.
Coming in the window. I have a fan going though, but
move to a war-torn country with no fast food.
The government, because of the infrastructure, basically, you guys know, 10 years of war completely almost deteriorated the power system here. So you get electricity from the government for 4 hours a day, and it's like spread out 1 hour at a time, 2 to 3 p.m.
Wow. You get electricity 4 hours a day. So, and you know, I mean, she doesn't have air, so she only gets to run those fans 4 hours a day. What does she do the other 20 hours?
2 to 3 a.m., 8 to 9 p.m., 8 to 9 a.m. Okay, that's it. And I have a CPAP, so yeah. So.
Oh, she's not going to be able to use her CPAP. That's dangerous. When you have sleep apnea to the extent that she does, and you're not using a CPAP, and you're choking on your own breath during the night, that's horrible for your heart. And it's not like she had a healthy heart to begin with. Curvy, skinny, fat. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Oh, thank you, Curvy. Jordy fan, thank you. Still can't believe Foodie is in cereal. She acts like she is so traveled and cultured. I have had a nice weekend, thank you. She is traveled and cultured. I mean, at this point, she's been to Canada, she's been to Cuba, she's been to Kuwait, she's been to Syria. I mean, Miss Chantal San Diego, where is she tomorrow, you know? Thank you, Jordy fan. Mac Megs 22. I appreciate your 2 months of Prime subscription. They're so clueless and absolutely we're meant for one another. There's someone for everyone.
So, well, the fan came with the apartment. One fan came with the apartment. So it's only hot really from like 10 a.m. until, I'd say maybe 9 until 4:35. Then it cools off and it's much more tolerable. Like I don't even really feel like I need an AC right now. This fan is amazing. We have another fan also in the bedroom. My knees are so sore and like bruised from like, a lot of people like sit on the ground here, so on like these mats, and we even have one too. It's a match, like I think it's a matchless Arabic style seating. But getting up and down, man, being fat is hard in Canada, and it's even harder in Syria. I would say 1,000,000 times harder in Syria. But the main thing, because there's a lot of sun here, the sun is very strong. A lot of people have private solar panels installed in their place, and of course during the day, you know, the government electricity will switch on, and then you switch your solar off, then you switch it back on. And during the day when there's sun, of course, you can use the electricity. But there's also...
And didn't he tell her that he had solar, but then when she got there, there actually was no solar?
At night, we have a battery, because if there's no sun, there's no power, unless you have a battery like storing the energy. So, yeah, so we have that installed recently. And you still have to be very, very mindful of, you know, where you use your electricity. Like, you still have to conserve it. Like, right now, it's dark. Like, the only light I have on is this one and the fan going. And, like, when I go to sleep, it's just going to be the fan CPAP. And there's, like, a little night light.
Well, how did she have internet for all this time, then? How was she able to stream for 6 hours if she only had an allotted time of electricity? Were they just running off of battery? If you did send in a super chat, I just haven't gotten to it yet. Yeah, but it doesn't work. The solar system they bought was used. Yeah. Always smart to be a little bit cautious of used stuff. I remember one time I bought a graphics card on eBay used. Oh god, that thing caused me so much grief.
That probably doesn't use much power. So I did get a good night's sleep last night. I am sleeping, but it's just, you know, we've had to do alternative things. Like, we've had to figure it out. Right now, we're just temporarily renting a place. I don't have a fridge. So we have a cooler that we use, you know, put cold water. We can keep the water cold. I cannot say why we came here. No, I'm not going to be talking about like our private life like anymore. Like work, if he's working, why we came.
He's not working. If he's working, he moved countries. I'm not going to be talking about if he's working or not. Yes, Salah is operating his multiple businesses that are based in Kuwait when he has 4 hours of electricity a day. What's $700? Oh, the solar panel thing? I wonder if there's an option that you can buy more access to electricity from the government, or is it just rationed to everybody regardless if you have more than others? Is it just like a flat, like, no, everybody gets 4 hours a day, or is it like there's no real government?
Came here. Number one, he's Syrian, right? He has a Syrian citizen. Got a passport. He's a citizen here. So if I'm not in Kuwait and we want to be together, you know, like, but that's one of the reasons. Everything else is just really personal, and the battery doesn't run a small fridge. I don't know if we could get a small fridge. We probably could. We may look into that. But I don't really want to just like set up home here when we're probably not going to stay here. You know? Yeah, it's roughing it. Yeah. And you know what? I need to rough it. No, that's okay. You guys can ask, but I'm not going to be talking about like really personal things. My plan for this arc while I'm in Syria is actually just going to be like, now Malaysia, we're not residents there. So having to travel all the time, you know, yeah, I know people are genuinely struggling here. And, of course I have empathy for that, you know, like, I don't know. I don't really know like what to say about that. Like, I wanted to say basically like, I'm so tired. I'm just like so tired. There's people struggling and we feel for them, obviously. Solar battery beeping. It's off. Yeah, I'm just here because I want to be with Salah. That's it, you know. And my plan for this arc is just going to be live streams.
She doesn't want to talk about any of the pause stuff. Maybe they're hoping that it just blows over and that if they stay in Syria for a few months, like they'll just go back to Kuwait in the fall and it'll just all be forgotten about. But I mean, obviously for them to have left that country, they probably thought that there was some type of possibility that they could have faced legal action. Liz Hiking, thank you so much. I don't think he's a part of that. I think he just likes the cash and the possibility of getting to Canada. Foodie is desperate to appear loved and stick it to the haters, so she forced the issue with Salah. Oh, she loves nothing more than sticking it to the haters. She lives to stick it to her haters. Absolutely lives to do that. I agree with you, Liz. Thank you so much for that. Jordy fan. Oh, and fat. Thank you for your tail end of the super chat that says fat. You almost forgot. Fallen Angel, thank you so much. She actually recorded herself being smuggled. You mean like from... There was footage from like her leaving Lebanon? I didn't see that.
Like from home, because the internet is not good enough, like the signal. It's 4G. It's kind of like taking a step back in time with basic things like electricity and we have water. We have a water tank, so a big water tank. That's how the buildings, they fill up the water tank. You have water, internet. So yeah, that's about it, I guess. But like I'm getting used to it. It's like, you know, and they're so nice. Like I don't know how, like just so hospitable. Like they don't have much, but what they do have, they will give you. Like they'll share, you know. And yeah, we're like that too. But I'm getting used to that kind of lifestyle. So once I have everything set up, the apartment fully cleaned, consistent power, some cold water in my stock thing.
She really thinks that she's going to make a life here for them. And if she doesn't have the issue of having to leave every 3 months like she did in Kuwait, she probably thinks, oh yeah, I can make a life for us here. This is crazy. She really thinks that she can make this work. Being a YouTuber and having a YouTube income, like, this can't work in this country. I mean, like, you know, regardless as if she's like stays safe and all that stuff, but she has a new video since you started streaming. Really? She's uploaded again? Well, let's do that one. No, I still just see a glimpse of Syria post-war 2025, and we already watched that. What do you mean keep up? You keep up. Sammy, thank you so much. Jordy, do you think you're going to interview your alien friend? Yeah, I'm gonna message her tonight or tomorrow, I think, and see if she's up for it. Thank you for that so much for 7 months, Sammy.
We have a kettle. I can, you know, invite people too, but your first neighbors were, yes, Barbara, yeah, and they were poor. I can live without a fridge, whatever. Food is really cheap here, you know, honestly.
I can live without a fridge, whatever.
Like I was like people are just vending stuff on the street, like fresh fruits and vegetables. It's like melon season. It's like amazing, like the real food, you know. You drive down the street and you can, like, I don't know, you can smell the olive trees. Like people make fresh, like the olive oil is like amazing.
Oh, she loves to talk up those olive trees. When you're driving around, you can smell the olive trees. She has said this like 5 times now. What's up with Amber tonight? I don't know. Did Amber ever go live? She was supposed to go live at 9:30, I thought. Does anyone know? Did she go live?
And it's so good for you. The guys with the guns, well, they're basically, I don't know if they're they must be part of the new regime or whatever, I don't know. But, where's Salah? He's here. He's resting. We went to an area of Syria and met up with some of Salah's friends. People he knew. And even people that you don't know, they just come along like if you I'm just joking. It kind of scared me a bit, but when I think about it, I'll get to that. It was really dark, and we went to, people like to stay up really late, like till like 4 in the morning, socializing. And, you know, we went to a park, and they set up a nice table and chairs for like families to go and have a good time. Kids can play, whatever. There's squat bathrooms. There's mostly squat bathrooms here. That's one thing also if I do adjust to, but I won't get into that. But I'm just telling you that's one of the different things. We have a Western toilet and a squat bathroom. I can show you that someday. But so yeah, I've had to use those bathrooms, and I can. Yes, I can. For someone my size, I'm actually able to do that. We're at the park. We're having a really good time, and we go to leave, and really, really close. Like it startled me. We hear like bang, bang, like shotgun, like gun noises, and I was like firecrackers. And so I was like, I think someone probably got shot. And I was like, what? Like my heart sank into my stomach because I realized then like there's still groups of there's a lot of still contention between certain groups of people, like different religious groups, etc. here. But we went home we went home, whatever, to where we were visiting, and on the news, apparently there was somebody got shot and killed 50 meters from our car. 50 meters. So I was like, I felt sick. Like I was like, wow, like I don't know. That was like a reality. But then I realized.
But I love him. Okay, she realized something. Okay, so there was a shooting very close to where she lives. But she realized something. All right, tell us this epiphany.
Do you know how many pew-pewings happen in like the United States? Like, you know what I mean? Like it happens in other countries. It's just maybe for different reasons. Well, summer solstice, when was the last school pew-pewing in the United States?
Yeah, but we don't have a revolution running our government. We don't have multiple groups of contention.
Right? So I'm just saying.
What was the statistic? It was like well over, it was 100-something% more likely that she would experience some type of harm while in Syria versus North America.
It's not like Syria, I'm not saying Syria's as safe as the US. I'm just saying that those kind of things do happen as well elsewhere. So that was kind of like scary for me. That was probably the only scary thing.
Well, it's probably even less of a likelihood in Canada. Why? Like, why is she comparing it to the United States? She never lived in the United States.
That happened, but then I was just like, whatever, like I think they have a certain target in mind when they do that, and I'm not political. I stay out of that. I just want to come here and be with my husband, appreciate the good side of the culture, because when people think of Syria, that's all they think of. All they think of is the terrorism, blah blah blah, negativity, and there's like, I want to be a person who shows like a different side and not focus on that on my channel, but it is.
It's currently 4:51 a.m. in Syria. She said that, when did she say that she had electricity? It was between like 2 and 3 p.m. And then it was like every 5 hours. So 2, 7, midnight, 5 a.m., 10 a.m. So she'll be getting electricity in like 10 minutes. This is weird. This is wild. I would have never thought that Girl World would have made this avenue. Secret Squirrel, thank you so much. She dirty deleted it. I watched it on another live, and it was bad. It was footage of her supposedly coming across the border into Syria. She deleted it, really? Did we watch that on here? I don't remember that. Well, if she put it on YouTube, someone somewhere has an archive of it. Live, laugh, shart. Thank you. As someone in the military, I can tell you there's a reason why we deploy people to Syria. Thank you so much for sending that in. Selena, hello. Thank you for 6 months, Selena the dog stylist. Appreciate you being here. E-learning Corgi, hello. Her voice loses its smooth tone when she hears shouting and gunshots at night, followed by a rabid dog fight, or the dogs eating whoever was shot. I wonder if that gets shown in this.
It's a reality, so there's going to be some instances, like when I show you some of the buildings, it's unavoidable. It's everywhere. And there are people living in those ruins. There's people living there. Like, yeah, Salah worries for me. He was definitely worried about me coming here and tried to warn me a million times, and I was like, well, I don't want to leave you in this without, like, I worry about him every single day. I'd rather be here with him going through it. Like, I love him. He's my husband. And, you know, other than that one incident,
I would rather be there with you going through it.
it's been totally, the people are amazing. I would rather.
Like, what does she think? Does she really think, like, oh, if I go there and I brave this tribulation with him and I get through it, we'll come out stronger? If he really cared about her, he would have done everything in his power to prevent her from coming there. Chantal's going to bring all of Syria together and make it better. Is she the missing piece? Ain't no D worth that. She's going to get him killed. Him being associated with her definitely makes him a target. Definitely. Her just being there as someone from Canada makes her a target. And I'd imagine that there are people that have already noticed Chantal and they've probably been a little bit suspicious of her. And they're probably having ideas and thoughts about her.
Rather be here with, like, limited electricity than depressed in an apartment in Canada. I don't know. Kidnap arc? I don't think they usually kidnap Canadians, and there hasn't been any in a long time. They're not as, they're more rare, and they don't happen usually in, like in Damascus, and, you know, it's usually, when they were happening, it was happening in, like, Rika, Aleppo, like, really far from me, so.
No, we're good. They don't kidnap Canadians. Americans, now, they might kidnap someone from the United States, but me, no, they won't kidnap me.
I'm not saying it's not possible. It is, but it's a risk I'm living with. I know the risks.
What a dumbass. I know that it's a risk, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. What? This is so crazy to me. Oh my gosh. It's a risk that I'm willing to take. For what? For what? Some guy that messages other women? I mean, this is a level of desperate that I didn't know existed. Cat's Damn Meow, thank you so much for 16 months. Holy cow, thank you so much. We have almost had our second born. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for coming back for your 16-month anniversary, Cat's Damn Meow. I appreciate that. And gifting a membership on top of that. Thank you, CDM. This was all completely optional. I mean, if she really wanted to help him, I mean, it wasn't her needing to go there to, like, brave through it with him and be there for him. It was more so, like, she could have just wired him money, which, I mean, she's been doing all along. But she wants to be in the thick of things. She wants to be able to keep an eye on him. The idea of him being in a different country and her not being able to be up his butt, that drives her crazy. She honestly, in a way, like, I saw the word get used earlier, but, like, in a way, she kind of is like a stalker. Yeah. Cheese Grits, thank you so much. Is she incredibly trusting or incredibly naive? Both, and stupid. K-Bear, thank you for 2 months. My mind when Chantal compares Syria to the United States. She doesn't even go here. I know. Why does she think, like, oh, but then I realized, like, if I was in the United States, like, I could probably get shot there just as easily. Like, you've never lived in the United States. The only time that she's ever been in the United States was when she drove into New York to get Sonic. Level 5 Klinger. Strange. Thank you for the additional gifted membership, CDM.
You know, Julia's safe. I will guard her with my life. I'm gonna try. I know there's
which doesn't mean much. I'm gonna guard her with my life. That's like in a movie where someone says, if you want to get to them, you gotta go through me. And then they just, like, push right past them.
there's risks, you know, like if there does happen to break out more war and more, stuff like that, they might close the airspace and I won't be able to leave. Some things like that might happen. And like, how can I leave? Like, I don't know. How can I leave my husband?
Well, how does she think that she's going to fly out of Damascus if she wasn't allowed to fly into it? Well, they might close the airspace. Well, didn't she get in through Lebanon? So why wouldn't she just leave the same way?
Like, hey, Gabrielle. I would rather worry about those things happening to me than me, like, being so, oh, no, I can't. If he loved you, he would want you to leave. He didn't want me to come here. So, but I do what I want with my life. Syria has the best healthcare in the world. Maybe he's just being a bit patriotic, that's all, when he said that. They do have some smart doctors, though. Apparently, especially a lot of people, every person I met was like, I used to be 140 kilos. And yes, we've hung out with people that were fat, so, or not fat in a derogatory way, but bigger. I don't, like, people think everyone's just like starving here. Like, there is poverty, but poor Shmi, actually, I sent her some pictures, and she said I look really happy, and she's, she's worried, obviously, but, I'm 41, I'm a married woman, and don't know, just how I like to live my life. Less fluid. Hey, Miss Chad, I'm basically just eating, like, when I'm hungry, like, I don't even really think about food unless I'm hungry. Olive tree.
Yeah, no, her ass is always... I'm telling you, as soon as she drove by KFG for the first time, she thought, oh yeah, I could make life here work. They have KFG. I'll just eat KFG every day.
Time. Oh no. This happens sometimes, guys. The power goes out.
See, but how is she keeping internet? You know what I mean? How is she keeping internet? So is this the rest of the stream? She dead ass. She goes and gets a flashlight and fans herself while she live streams. And she does it from the point of view of like pointing the flashlight up at her chin. Like she's telling a scary story at a campfire. She's going off of data.
Ah! Okay, guys, I'm gonna get like a piece of paper to fan myself. Stop laughing at me. I know you're laughing. I'm fanning myself. It's a little warm without the fan. But I'm always hot. Imagine. Like, it's probably only like 19 degrees right now. Well, okay, the solar power, we just installed it. So what probably happened is the battery didn't have time to absorb enough electricity, or there's something wrong with the battery storing the power. So plain cheeseburgers, the solar power it only costs maybe 700 USD to install, and then you have it forever. So, he has a family home here. We can always bring it with us everywhere. So it's good to have anyways, because like, this is insane. This is the reality.
The cell phone towers. Yeah, I get that and everything, but I mean, she's needing to stream off of her phone, which uses battery power. So I mean, unless she has like those like wireless battery things that you can like bring around that are portable. And then on top of that, like using 3G versus Wi-Fi, I mean, the connection is drastically different. I mean, it's a lot of bandwidth to stream like that. I don't know. She's making it work somehow. Nuna, thank you so much. I was gifted last month and wanted to pay it forward. Well, thank you so much, Nuna. I appreciate you sending in a gifted membership. Welcome back. Thank you for the super chat as well. Torn Pantyhose, hello, thank you. My bills are paid, so here's some money. I'm so glad to be part of this wonderful community. Also, fat. Love you guys. Thank you so much, Torn Pantyhose. I appreciate that. I read that in the Amy Slayton voice. My bills are paid.
This is the reality of life here. And this is one of the things that's hard to adjust to, even for Salah. It stresses him out because he never lived here. So
this definitely won't work long term. Yeah, I can imagine that going from a comfy, cushioned lifestyle of having all the fast food and air conditioning and anything that you want, really, to dealing with power outages and not even being able to have a fan. This would be quite the change. And I think that she's kind of braving through it now. But I think after like another week passes and she realizes that This is gonna have to be something she deals with long term. She's gonna get frustrated. Because she just said even he's getting frustrated. Because, I mean, for him, I mean, think about it. In the course of a month, he had to go from his cushiony lifestyle in Kuwait to this. And, I mean, she's so fucking stupid. Like, she'll do anything. If he became a Somalian pirate, she would get on board with him.
It's different. So how can I leave him to deal with? But he, like he said, me, I can deal with it. I don't want you to go through this. This is not. You have no idea what it's like. And honestly, I feel like we're kind of. If it weren't for the CPAP, I wouldn't care. Thanks. There we go. Okay, I can use that. We have an electrician coming tomorrow. They're going to figure things out for us. So that's what I mean by we've been just trying to deal with setting up house so that we can.
Oh my god, the sweat glistening off her face. She's out of breath too. From standing up to go retrieve that fan, she is now sweating. She's pointing... Chantal, what the fuck are you doing? She's pointing a cell phone up at her face to use the light from it. Like she's telling a goddamn scary story at sleepaway camp.
Sweating, This is like the first actual like unplanned blackout that we've experienced. Actually, kind of, I think. Like I thought that the battery would have more time, but it doesn't. He's not Superman, guys. Like this is a new life for him. He's overwhelmed. Like he doesn't, everything was easy.
He's not Superman. The man who can't/doesn't want to take care of himself. He's not Superman. Oh, really? What gave it away? Floating head bees. Bobe, thank you so much. Chin Po from Mulan, or is he more stocky than fat? Anyways, hello everybody. Gotta go back to the beginning and catch up. Desert Heart Hands back to ya. Thank you so much, Bobe. I appreciate that. We'll see you when you catch up. Thank you so much for sending that in. Oh my gosh. The filters are off. MB, thank you so much. This is one of the grossest things that she's ever done. It's very out there.
Easier to take care of for me when I came to Kuwait, but here's different. So, okay, so Sola's gonna get a different battery, return that battery, get a different battery. When the sunlight comes out, like sun maybe 6 a.m., we'll have power, so I can just sleep then. What? I was telling them, like the solar panel works, right? Yes. So whenever the sun comes out at Fajr or like 5:36, we'll have full power. It's in a few hours, so I can just sleep then. I'm not even tired. I know I look like crap. I'm putting my filter on. Okay, there you go. It's for you guys. No, I can't use my CPAP now, but I'm not tired. Like, alhamdulillah, I'm not tired now. Because there's been times where I'm dead tired and I've had to wait. So, yeah, I mean, choosing this life is crazy. Well, I am crazy, so people would kill for your life in Canada. I mean, maybe I took that for granted. I don't now, but, like, maybe I'm just, because grew up spoiled. I don't know. I wasn't happy there. Like, especially without Salah. The battery's defective. So we just have to get a new one, hopefully tomorrow night. We have a shower, Twinkie.
Not tomorrow night. Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. We don't have hot water, though. But I don't care. I want a hot shower. You wouldn't want to be with
I
your
advise
husband.
you to not come.
I know, but I want to be with you.
And you lost the challenge, by the way, of complaining every single minute.
No, I didn't. When?
Many times.
You complain more than me.
Yeah, I complain because I know the... What? See the roster?
I only complained once.
He's confirming my...
I only complained once because you paid a lot to live here and the fridge wasn't working, so we didn't have a fridge. That's what I complained about.
I wouldn't come here. If you're not here, I wouldn't rent this.
Yeah, I know you did it for me.
She doesn't have the leverage to be a bitch yet because he doesn't want her there. So he's like not dealing with the attitude. I didn't want you to come here. So you're not going to come here on your own volition and be a bitch. Yeah, no, she doesn't have any standing room to be a bitch yet.
He is sleepy. Are you stressed out?
Although when she is paying for stuff, then that kind of does give her that leverage that she needs to get attitude. Well, I'm here. I paid for the fridge. I paid for the solar panel. I paid for your rent. I bought you the fresh fruit. I bought you that olive tree. Like all that shit. So once she starts paying for stuff, then she can be a bitch again. Because that's how it was in Kuwait. She was a bitch all the time. Well, I'm the one paying for it. She keeps asking him if she's complaining. He must have told her if she complains, she has to leave. Well, I mean, it's really not up to him whether or not she leaves, you know?
Salah doesn't not used to have a rough life either. Here, go like this on you.
It's okay for me.
You're not hot? And I know I don't have to be here, but I don't want to be without my husband. So, and he even said today to his friend, we were at his friends, and he said something in Arabic, and they all looked at me and went, "Oh," and I was like, "What?" And he said, because they said, "Can we really like her? Can we have her for a week?" He said, "No way, I can't live without her." So, right?
Yeah.
There, proof he loves.
Wait, what? A group of men. Hold on a second. A group of men said to Salah, "We like her. Can we have her for a week?" Am I misinterpreting something here?
No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I told off my. I don't care. I'm gonna talk. I told off my landlord. I'm like, I don't remember. We got to like a little tiff at the end. He's really weird. He's like a weird little.
I told off my landlord. So she went to Syria, rented one of the only places that she could probably find, and now she's being a bitchy tenant. That's not cute. It's like that Liam Neeson movie. Good luck.
Neurotic guy, and he was being like rude. Like I didn't do anything. I was like despite the people harassing him, which isn't really my fault because I didn't make them do it. He was like, "Okay, now don't," because he gave me like, I'm like, I want my money back. Like I need to leave. So he was like, "Don't message me for anything ever again for any reason." So I'm like,
Get lost.
I said, "Dude," I said, "Listen," I said, I wrote LMAO.
Oh my god, could you picture this gigantic thumb yelling at you in the desert? I said, dude.
Why would I message you for anything? Get a life, block. Like what?
Go to hell.
Because people were messaging him right when they found out, like psychos, So I was like,
Or is she talking about the Canadian landlord? Oh, the Canadian landlord, my bad.
saying that I was dirty in the villa and all that. So he's like, people were telling me about Orleans.
Well, I wouldn't be happy with you either. I mean, being a landlord, it's like if you get a tenant in there and then they become a headache for you, it's like obviously they're not going to be happy about it.
And I was like, I'm like, oh great. I'm like, right away, I'm like, I'm leaving. I want my money back. And he was like, okay, here's some tea. So he was like, I'm like, listen, that was like 3 years ago. Basically, I was like, my house got messy like once in a while, whatever. It's not your business. Like, like maybe past tenancy, whatever. But like, no, like, so, that was long ago. I'm like, I haven't been a bad tenant now. Like the place is clean. I paid you first and last month's rent. I'm quiet. I'm very quiet. Like, what more do you want? So then he's like, you're not getting any of your money back. And I was like, oh, I'm going to pull out Miss Legal, what's it? Legal Mindset Food.
You shouldn't get any of it back. I paid first month and last month rent. Anytime you break a lease like that, you're not entitled to it. Oh, I'm going to go after him legally? With what? With what money, Chantal? The money you can't access in fucking Damascus? I wouldn't refund her ass either.
Foodie Beauty and clock it. So basically we had a verbal agreement only. It was nothing, he said he was being nice and he was letting me move in like a bit of time before the 1st of July. The lease only started. I signed the lease. The lease was legally binding for July 1st. So I said, my lease doesn't start until July 1st. You cannot legally withhold my money. And I have to leave now for my safety. And trust me, the trolls are nasty and they're going to make your life hell. So you're going to want to give me back my money. And he was like, you're not getting your money. He's like, I'll give you your money back after you leave. And if you leave before the 1st, before the contract starts, and if I inspect the apartment. I said, your apartment will be in the same condition that it was. I'm not a child. I would not disrespect your property for no reason or do anything illegal. But legally, you cannot withhold a last month's rent deposit for, it's not a security deposit for damages. It's a deposit for my last month's rent, and you have to give it back. And the first month as well. And actually, I was nice. I didn't have to do this.
There was never a lease. Oh my god. Yeah, for my safety, and then she moves to Syria. For my safety, I need to go to Syria. Yeah. The trolls are gonna get to her in her Canadian apartment, but you know where she'll be safe? Syria.
I thought it was right to give him a chunk of the first month's rent that I paid for the first because I stayed there for a while. Like, I'm not going to stay there for completely for free. So that's the tea with that guy. Anyway, he was, I don't know, he was weird right from the get. Like, when I was communicating.
Her making it sound like the landlord's the problem. You moved into his unit, you caused him all these issues, and then you broke the lease. But no, he's the weirdo. He's the pain in the ass.
With him at first, he was using like a troll picture, like on not his actual picture, which I guess, you know, I don't know, I can understand that, but he was just really like picky about every little thing. Like, I'd never want to.
Yeah, trolls are more scary than missiles.
Live in a place again where the landlord lives in the same building, because they nitpick every little thing. Like, he's saying the air conditioner wasn't installed properly, that there's going to be bats coming in. He was like super neurotic, and like, I don't know. I'm so glad I'm out of there, man. It would rain and the whole ceiling would leak. Okay. And I message him and he's basically like, well, I don't know what to do. Like, you know, well, who am I supposed to tell about this? Like, you're the landlord. What do you want? Like, who am I supposed to tell that the ceiling looks like it's going to cave in with water? Because like, I had to put one of my buckets under there. Like, I'm glad I'm out of there anyways. So that was a disaster, you know, and that's the chance you take. Anyway. Yeah. I don't care if he's watching. What's he going to do? I'm allowed to say what I want.
I mean, what kind of apartment did you expect when you have no line of credit and you have the financial history that you have, on top of someone that's going to allow you to move into their unit on a verbal agreement?
I didn't say his name. You know, I'm not the one doxing people, so. Toxic mold. It did smell like mold in there, really bad. It smelled, you know what it did? It smelled like potatoes. You know when you leave a bag of potatoes out? And I couldn't pinpoint the smell.
Him laughing in the background as if he's not sitting in an unair-conditioned, war-torn building. Him actually laughing in the background. Oh, it smells like mildew. Him giggling. You're sitting in a dark room in Syria with no water or electricity, and you're laughing at this. MB, thank you so much again. E-Learning Corgi, thank you. I worked with internally displaced people. I saw disaster and human tragedy tourism, but with Chantal also self-destructive, like the movie Hideous Kinky. I've never heard of that movie. Human tragedy tourism. It reminds me of the one episode from Keeping Up with the Kardashians where they like drove up and down Skid Row in LA and they were like, "Aw." Human tragedy tourism. What an interesting term. Froggy, thank you so much. What does beezing mean? Basically being a dumbass. Like hanging out, laying around like a fat fuck. That's basically it. Shiny, thank you so much. Why did Chantal cross the border to get to the other side? Love you, chat. Love you, Jordy. BF and I are locked in. Oh my god. Yeah, not why did the chicken cross the road? Why did Chantal cross the border? Why did the bariatric cross the Syrian border? To get to her romance scammer. Nicole's Baked Beans, thank you for 2 months. This feels like a sick type of adventure tourism through the lens of Chantal's impulsiveness. She is disgusting. That's a great way of putting it.
And the windows wouldn't stay open all the way. Like, they would shut down. I don't know. Anyway. This actually works really well. As long as you have water, yeah.
Your voice makes me more sleepy.
Want me to get off or something? Did Scylla ask you to come? No. Hey, Vanessa.
I asked her to not come for your safety and for the rough life and tough conditions.
I should maybe have given him more time. I didn't have time. I had to leave before like the first of the month. I didn't want to.
told
I
you,
didn't
no,
have
just
time.
set everything up.
I didn't have time. You paid for 2 months of rent, but you didn't have time. I had to book it out of there. I had to get to Syria immediately. She got her pay on June 22nd and then immediately bought a ticket to go to Syria. I didn't have time.
I didn't have friggin' time.
Hey, Nina. Maybe I. Was that a gunshot?
Yeah.
Why?
Fireworks.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. Fireworks. I guess sleeping outside is off the table. Shut up.
With 1 month, I could set a whole huge solar panel system, and in my house, not renting, like, apartment, and prepare many things, too many things, like furnitures, appliances, machines,
How does she live with the oil built on her skin? You know what? I mean, if they don't have running water like that, how is she bathing? I mean, I know that Chantal's no stranger to taking a week or so off from bathing, but really? I mean, a hobo bath. I mean, how would she bathe? Like, would she just have to take like cloths or something and like rub them in like laughing about the gunshots outside? She said, "Yeah, I'm just gonna tell myself that those are fireworks." I bet she got kicked out of that apartment. The government was putting pressure on her about taxes, and she ran away to Syria to try to get away from it. Possibly, but I think it was more so just because she's psychotic and doesn't want to be away from him.
Utilities and Wi-Fi, for example, too many things.
Can't get rid of me that easy.
You always talk about the emotions. Must be in real life.
She's scary. She honestly, like, this whole thing, like, the lengths that she will go to make it so a man can't get away from her. She's scary. She's like the woman from Misery. Like, if she had it her way, she'd tie him up and shit and like break his ankles so he couldn't leave. She could go in the river. That's a joke, right?
Okay, fine. I'm going to Italy then tomorrow. Should have listened to Salah. Maybe. How stubborn I am. I know. Oh, alhamdulillah. Oh, we get an hour of government power. I'm not sleeping for an hour with my CPAP. There's no way. I'd rather wait till the morning and sleep right through. As soon as the sun hits the solar, you can have power all day until it gets dark. And it gets dark late here. And I'm not tired. It's 2.
So now your phone, charging, 2 power banks, my phone, your phone. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all.
You think I can handle it here?
How long you can last staying here? Maybe maximum 1 month for you?
And what do you think I'm going to do? Leave?
I mean, standard too.
What about you? You have times where you're like over it, huh? It's hard for you too. It's hard for Syrians in general. Italians. Oh. No, use. I came. Do you know what I went through to get here? Do you know?
The cat's like, I didn't ask you to come.
And she cries and runs away when I want to kiss. Vedi bossa. Telehon. Oh my. Julia. I don't know, Pilates, because he has, he has a family home. He has a home here and stuff, so a house, and he wanted to get that all taken care of and stuff. And yeah, he's Syrian, I don't know. I mean, I guess we could overall just leave if we wanted. And then the closet is pretty. it didn't.
Oh my god, that would be so frustrating. The power going out like that all the time. Carissa, thank you so much. I'd leave for 2 minutes and come back to you saying he enjoys going down. They baited me into saying that. Angelina, thank you so much. Someone had a big poster of Amber on their wall on TikTok. Oh my god, I want to see the screenshot of that. That sounds funny. NJ, thank you. Our travel plans changed, but we're finally on our way to Korea, enjoying your stream during our layover. Have an awesome time traveling, you guys. Wish I was going to Korea. Have a nice trip. Danielle, thank you. There's consequences for filming in Syria. Chantal never learns. It's only a matter of time. I mean, her just being there, being a Canadian, like in the thick of things, just kind of living there like it's, just another place. It's gonna be interesting to see how this ends. Cheese grits, thank you so much. Chantal Mars, she'll catch a grenade for ya. Oh my gosh.
Work. The solar, I told you, it's the sun that charges the battery, babe.
I didn't switch it. Just
Oh. Alhamdulillah. The ceiling here, it's not comfortable like at home, So, it's not comfortable the same, it's not sealwork, it's not sealable. Like, what kind of life was I living? I was wasting my entire life. Laying down, smoking, and eating. That sounds really good right now. You can't say how miserable you are. Marcus, if I was really miserable, I'd have a meltdown. I haven't even taken my brain pills in days. I don't know where they are. I'm kind of bummed about the battery. I thought our problems with the electric were over. Accountability for what exactly? You don't know the situation, so you can't say if I caused anything, because you don't know. That's not illegal. It's not. To do vlogs and make money when you're traveling, it's called nomad life. What?
Well, I mean, you're just saying like you're not allowed to film in Syria like that. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of that, but I know that AdSense isn't supported in our country. So this whole like her getting money thing, I don't know how this is going to work. Unless she just goes down to Jordan and gets it out of an ATM every now and then. But I don't know how safe that trip is. She'll have a meltdown soon. I think that she's still trying to hold it together. She's trying to make it seem like, oh, I can make this work. Everything's okay. I'm okay. You're okay. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be tolerable.
I don't think you guys know how to use like whatever research you're doing. No, he wouldn't be in Kuwait. Hello, darling. How do you know? Exactly, you don't. Like, Kuwait is not stable for expats. So, but even that, whatever. He wouldn't want to be there without me anyways. So, we can go other places, like Syria. No, not always. No, the travel vloggers post when they're in the countries too. Yes. What danger am I in, Namin? I don't think you understand the situation either, because, like, I'm literally not even doing anything. I'm literally, like, here with my husband. I really don't. You can make your own money. Nobody give AF. You can't just act surprised when it's against the law. Where does it say it's against the law to do vlogs and get paid for them in Syria? Where? Oh, wait. How are travel vloggers doing that then? Nope, not always, K2. Nope. We watch travel vloggers who upload real time, go live real time in the country. Travel with Chris is one of them. There's many. Why are you guys so fixated on that anyways? Like, why do you just wait around for something like any little slip up? It's so weird. Like,
because people are trying to make you realize how big of a dumbass you really are, but you're too smug and ignorant and have your head too far buried in the sand to pick up on that. So whatever, we'll just let life bite you on the ass. Cat Stand Meow, thank you so much for 2 additional gifted memberships on the channel. Welcome Play-Doh Boy and Bree Bryant, courtesy of Cat Stand Meow. I love that emote. Jazz Cat. That's funny. She never learns. Never learns. Travel vloggers don't live there, first of all.
I don't know. Are you miserable in life or something? I don't know. I mean, we have no electricity sometimes, and I'm still not as miserable as people who sit at home obsessing over like stupid little wishing like the worst for someone. Anyway, that's your karma. I'm not. That's it. Just don't worry about it. It's my problem. Like it's not yours. You know. I didn't get kicked out of Kuwait. I can go to Kuwait tomorrow if I want to. Pause is BS. Like,
Well, then do it. Chin up. Chin up. Put your money where your fupa is. And go back to Kuwait. Both of you. I could go back there if I wanted to. Psst, you think I'm scared of pause Kuwait? I'm not. Then do it.
I just want you to be homeless and banned
Oh, yeah, no. He just arbitrarily wanted to start living in Syria.
in every country. Yeah, I know. It's sad. I don't know, man. Humans are messed up. So, miserable, sad, and miserable, yes. Pause is a scam, and they're immature little brats. They don't know anything. Whatever. I wanted to leave Kuwait anyway. And Kuwait arc is over. There's nothing to talk about anymore.
I want to be here without running water and electricity anyway, hair flip. I didn't want to stay in Kuwait anyway. I'd rather be here. Who does she think that she's fooling? God, what a dumbass. NJ, thank you. I just found out that people feel sick in planes like they do in cars. No offense, but that's bitch energy. I can't even tell the plane is moving in the air. Plane sick? That's definitely a lot less common than getting sick on a boat or getting sick in a car. Yeah, plane sick. I guess. Huh, interesting. Thank you, NJ. Angela Valentine, I appreciate 17 months of membership on Twitch. Yesterday was my birthday, 41 and over 100 pounds down. I have Hashimoto's. It's not hard or an excuse. Chantal and Amber could never. Glad to be here. Oh, and fat. Happy 41st birthday. I bet you that 41 is going to go a lot better than it did for Chantal. Thanks, son. Keat Cat, hello. Thank you for 8 months. Chantal continues to be a train wreck, and I can't look away. Love the content. It certainly is interesting. Lot more going on in Shantopolis than the Amberverse at the moment. I'll tell you that much.
So, it's over. People are miserable and understood, but also too kind and not well. Just looking out for you was a big mistake. Well, to me, it wasn't a mistake. Nomin Roodles, and I mean, you're not me. You don't live my life. You have an opinion, but that doesn't make it a fact, right? So, film everything in case I make a Netflix film. Well, if this is the way I go out, it's the way I go out. That's the thing about being religious. You put your full trust in God, and don't worry about the rest.
If I go out, this is how I go out. Oh my God.
Just leave that to God. Whatever. Everyone has their time. Yeah.
You don't move to a war-torn country and say, well, I'm just going to put it in the hands of God. I mean, I could understand, if you were born into this or you had to be there, but you left a cushiony lifestyle in North America and placed yourself here for what? For what?
Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna leave Salah. I know I don't know. I know it stresses him out more because he has to worry about me too now. It's not just himself, and the man has responsibilities to take care of his wife, right, in his culture. So he's worried.
What? Wipe your ass? There's responsibilities that he needs to fulfill in this culture. Like what?
Worries about every little thing. Where's your fan? Where's your charger? I try to make him relax, but it's hard for him. What freedom? No, I don't. I'm married to his culture. Oh shoot. Shit! I just went off for that warning. He's snoring. Okay, we're good. If he's snoring, we can talk as loud as we want. He will never hear it. I said, why don't we go to Malaysia? He didn't want to. No. There's things to take care of here, and bags into my eyes. I know the risk. I might never be able to leave if things get bad. I know. I wouldn't live in Syria if you paid me. And Lee, Nordine, I'm sure Syria doesn't care if you would live here or not. Just saying the world doesn't revolve around you, ma'am. What situation? Putting themselves in this situation. You don't know the situation. You're not here. You don't know what it's like to live here, so you can't say. You think that Syria is the same as it was 10 years ago. It's not. Why is every other country, including Syria, open for criticism, but if you do that to the US, you guys freak out? Do you not, like, see the hypocrisy there or what? Well, I just pointed it out for you.
This whole, like, let's compare Syria to the United States is this whole thing is wild that she keeps bringing up. She thinks that every time that she brings this up, she's eating. Oh, well, what about the school shootings? Well, what about all the urban areas that have shootings every night? Huh? What about that? She does. She really thinks that this is like her big mic drop.
For you. And your life seems fun, Christina Pang, like obsessing over every detail and being in my streams. Don't you have anything better to do? Like, what fart box? You haven't even seen my apartment. You're probably just sitting there picking your nose. Living life though to the fullest, yeah. Watching Foodie Beauty when you don't even like me. Okay, bye. Who cares if there's power outage? Do I look bothered right now? Like, get a life.
Do I look bothered right now? No, you look sweaty. Cats with food names, thank you. I sent you my TikTok of a fat cat reacting to you. Oh, where did you send it? On TikTok? Okay. There's a fat cat reacting to me? Okay. Interesting. Secret Squirrel, thank you so much for the very generous super chat. Oh, sorry, I read this one earlier. Really appreciate the donation regardless. Thank you so much, Secret Squirrel. Dre, hey Dre the First. I always mispronounce your name, probably. Thanks so much for gifting a membership on Twitch. M, hello M. I think when she talks up Syria, she's trying to convince herself it's great, not the audience. Yeah, she's trying to convince herself. Like, who are you trying to convince here, Chantal? Yeah, right.
Can't tell me this woman doesn't stink. Takes one to know one. Jeremy. Do you hear him? He's getting beat up. Good. No. The sun is finally rising. Hope it works, the power. Good night, Nini. We don't have a window in the bedroom, so there's just one window in the whole place. We don't like you in Canada. Eileen, no one cares what you want. Do you think I need your approval to do anything? Get out of here. Oh, I think I'm gonna go back to Canada one day. Wait, Eileen doesn't want me there. Oh no, whatever will I do? I sometimes bite like the skin around my nails, like no matter what situation I'm in. Like, and
Oh, wow. So she's been biting off her nails because she's been so nervous. Probably because she's hungry, too. Yeah, no fast food.
sometimes bite like the skin around my nails, like no matter what situation I'm in. Like, and I literally did just cut my nails, but okay. I mean, are you gonna get out like some kind of like tool to like analyze how
I can't turn her up. This is as loud as she gets.
what actually cut the nail? Like, was it teeth or was it like some kind of like nail cutter? That's next. That's how sad they are. I have a kitchen, but I don't have a fridge. The only thing that bugs me about that is no cold water. At least I have water, I guess. Small energy efficient fridge. Yeah, I don't know. Oh my. Oh, that's gonna wake him up for sure. Did it wake him up? Wait. Hold on. Forget that. Oh shit. Julia.
Why is the rooster so funny to me? Is that what that was in the background? A rooster?
Just Julia. There's no broken glass on the floor. Like, do you think I would just let my cat walk around? Like, what? Anyway.
Oh my god. You'd better watch it, Julia. You'd see what she's done to other cats. You're on thin ice.
Plenty of water, yeah. Hi, baby. And there's no broken glass. I'm literally in my house.
Did she just hit the cat? I don't know if she hit the cat, but she was pissed at it. Kiyun, thank you so much. NJ told me I get mentioned here time to time. I love you even though you say my name wrong. Kiyun? I'm sorry. If it means anything, I mean, you're the only person I've ever known with that name. Thank you so much, Kiyun. Yeah, I know that the volume is kind of ass backward right now, but she's like whispering and I can't really hear her either. Um, yeah, I'm sorry guys, but this is the best we can do right now. There's only 2 minutes of this left, so
But okay. Hey, Witchy. I was just getting off. I don't film and post outside the home. I mean, there's literally no address on the house. Like, it's Syria. Like, I live everywhere is like the same concrete buildings, but and they're kind of like hidden away. But no, I'm not going to. I'm just going to, I don't know, make vlogs. Okay, so like what happened is we have a solar panel and we have a battery. It should have been charged by now. Like it's been like we just installed it, but it's been a couple days and the battery wasn't full yet. So we're thinking it's a defective battery because it was a used battery.
oh my god. They bought the solar panel, but it wasn't working correctly. Well, you should know about the used solar panel. Good lesson in life, everybody. It's expensive to be cheap. Chantal thought, oh, we'll save $100 by buying a used solar panel. Bought the used solar panel, doesn't work. It's expensive to be cheap. Good lesson. Good lesson. Mojo Gojo, thank you for 2 months. Appreciate that. Aisha, nice to see you, Aisha. Hey, Uncle Jordy. We have a child, but it's your nephew. I call him Abdul Rahman. Thank you so much, Aisha. Happy 9 months. Proud of us. Thank you so much. I hope that your summer is coming along swimmingly. Aisha, I want to know your personal thoughts on all this stuff because, I mean, you living in the Middle East and everything, I mean, you have an interesting perspective on all of this. Thank you so much for sending that in.
You know, Jane, why are you even talking about this from my past? Do you like not hear that? Turn you in for sexual, like whatever, get out of here. Stupid idiot. So people like with a pass cannot travel. You think they like who cares? Like it's so weird. You can't evade taxes in Canada, Trader. Like I'm not a Syrian resident, so and honestly, moving to a country and becoming a resident where they don't have taxes, what's wrong with that? Like who loves paying taxes? For past debts of taxes, no matter where you move, you can't avoid them. Like why do people come to me with this stupid crap? Like you all you have to do is
I'll just live in Syria and then I'll get to keep all my money. I won't have to ever pay taxes again. This is perfect. I think that there are like, there's not many, but there's like certain countries in the world where no, you don't have to pay taxes. I think, like, honestly, I looked this up one time. It's like the Western Sahara, Panama, Kuwait, UAE, Turks and Caicos. I remember in a show one time, a girl was like, yeah, my family and I are going to Turks and Caicos for vacation. And some other girl went, Turks and Caicos? Stupid. Vanuatu. Oh, that reminds me of Survivor. Somalia. Oh, if she has her Somalian pirate season, she won't have to pay taxes that season either. Monaco, Bahamas. There's a few other ones. Wow. I don't have to pay taxes here.
Google it. Like don't even talk to me. If it came to a point where like I would never have consistent electricity, I'd have to leave. Like I wouldn't have a choice. Like I need to CPAP. Like I'm not gonna live in a hotel. I'd be like, let's go, we're packing up, too bad for your house. Like, I'm sorry, but there's just no way. I mean, the person who set up our solar panel has the same one, and they have electricity all day and night. So it might just be a defective battery. Yeah.
Or Salah said, yeah, we need money for this solar thing. If you pay for it, you'll be able to have electricity whenever you want. And then he gave her some type of song and dance and some ruse and then said, you know what? Oh, we need to order a new battery. He might have pumped her for some money to buy this thing and then just like pulled one over on her. Republic of Congo bees. Oh my god, I love that you know that, Zinka Cat. Madam Juniper, thank you so much for 18 months. We just had an 18-month YouTube membership come in as well with Lori. 2 babies. Well, shit. Guess I gotta get a job now. I will never stop loving how Cutie makes her own misery. Oh, there's something to it. It's something special, right? Thank you so much for a 1.5 years of membership. Thank you so much, Juniper. Oh my gosh.
Hey, just our luck as usual. Something goes wrong. Anyway, I guess we'll see. But yeah, I need consistent power. So if that doesn't happen, I will not be staying very long. I don't know what I'll do, but... Okay, I'm going to go check out the panel and see what's going on. Okay, guys, I'll catch you on the flip side. I'll see you guys later. Bye!
Oh my goodness. Oh boy, oh boy. Cozy Mushrooms, thank you. Please say hi to Adriana and Sam. I introduced them to Girl World, but there's too much lore. All they know is she moved to Syria for her romance scam. Well, honestly, with Chantal, it's a lot easier just to jump in and start learning as you go. But with Amber Lynn, there's a lot more lore. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot of layers to Amber Lynn. So between the two girls, jumping into Chantopolis is a lot easier for a new viewer. Rue, thank you for 7 months. She's just on an unaliving mission between health and the move. I hope she pulls her head out of her ass sooner than later. I really am curious to see how long this lasts. Thank you, Rue. Cats with food names, thank you so much. There ain't no D worth Damascus, cutie. Oh, geez. Marion Butler, thank you. I'm late, but I'm watching the stream and coloring while my fiance games. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone has a great week. Love you, girls. Also, fat. Fat back to you, Marion. Thank you so much for that. I hope you have I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. I just haven't gotten to it yet, Vibin. Morning Coffee, thank you so much for your Prime subscription. Rogue Embrace, hello. The Blair Wait Project. I actually saw people on Twitter taking screenshots of her in the dark and turning it into a poster of the Blair Witch Project. In July of 2025, a bariatric goes missing. This is her story. Victoria, the pet stylist, thank you so much again. She has no sense of self-preservation. Well, in all honesty, she probably doesn't want to preserve herself. I mean, look at her. Would you want to preserve that existence? I know it's morbid, but I think the self-hatred in Chantal runs deep. Vibe and Jivin, thank you so much. I guarantee this situation is way worse than we know. He literally fled Kuwait and it's her fault. They will honor kill men, you know. Ooh, spooky. A spooky thought. A very spooky thought. Thank you, Vibin. Sunlit Facade, thank you so much for 11 months on Prime. I appreciate that. Happy 11 months, love from the UK. Thank you so much. Love back to ya. Or maybe the UK's this way. Hopefully my heart came into contact with you somehow. Fruit, thank you so much. Her fanning herself in the dark while talking shit is killing me. Yeah, whisper talking shit in the dark with no air in Syria. Amber, you have to step it up. MTG Kitty, thank you so much for your Prime subscription. Appreciate that. 4 months. Say hey. Fruit, thank you again. Sala took a bucket into the room and she did what she could. Oh my god. Are you making an Amber Lynn reference? Oh my gosh. Oh, the bucket and sponge makes its triumphant return to Girl World. Moose. Thank you, Moose. Yeah, I did the best I could. I mean, I tried with the captions toward the end, but unfortunately, when she whispers like that, it just fucks with the audio. Deborah, thank you. Those gunshots are Amber Lynn farting. Also, fat, sweaty, and fat. Yeah, that's Amber Lynn farting from Oklahoma. Gay Frog Wizard, thank you so much. Oh, wow. You wrote the word fat in Arabic. Very creative. Thank you, Gay Frog Wizard. I think that's the first super chat that I've ever received in Arabic. Boop Girl, thank you so much for 18 months. You are coming in hot right behind Lori. Thank you so much for being a member for a year and a half. Hi, doll. She's an idiot. Just saying. That's kind of summing up the past 2 hours, yeah. Give me a TLDR. She's a dumbass. Prison Becky, thank you. Fat, sticky pork mochi, stinky, sticky pork mochi. Oh my God. You guys are just finding new ways to be vulgar. And I'm living. Sunflower, thank you so much. As someone who has family in Jordan, close to the Syrian border, just seeing what those people go through, knowing she chose that when so many are stuck there and can't leave is just insane. Someone said earlier in a super chat, it's like human tragedy tourism. Like, oh, look at how the people are suffering. And then like she went there deliberately. Yeah. It's frustrating too. I can imagine that having family there and everything, you're just like, this is insane. Fruit, thank you again. Moose. Oh, sorry. I already got you, Moose. Brian Cook, hello again. What is longer, my Geordie membership or Chantal in Syria? Well, I'm going to go with your membership on this channel. Because what, you've been around for like 2-3 months now? I doubt she'll be there for that long. I think she'll be back. I mean, I don't know. She might prove us wrong, but it doesn't seem as manageable. Because when she first moved to Kuwait, everybody was like, oh, she won't last that long. I don't know. She's crazy. Chantal is crazy. Aisha, thank you so much. Syria is slowly recovering, and slowly they're lifting the sanctions from Syrians around the world, but she is still stupid for coming down and being like, oh, this is amazing. Basic Chantal. Best healthcare in the world. It's awesome here, you guys. Oh, boy. Thank you so much for your insight, Aisha. Panic at the Bingo. Thank you so much for the super chat. Did you know Amber only does Torrid cards because it's the closest thing that she'll ever get to being a medium? Ah, I like that. I'm gonna steal that. This is the only medium you'll ever know. Ah, that's a good one. I'm taking that. That's mine now. I'm gonna tell that in tomorrow's stream, and no one will remember that I stole it tonight. Juniper, thank you for 13 months. A dual platform girly pop. Thank you. I'm using my resub over here because I forgot to include something on my Twitch sub. Fat. Thank you. I really appreciate 18 months on Twitch and 13 months on YouTube. Fat back to you. Maybe we should get a fat emote. We haven't had a new emote in a while. Should get think about it, yeah. Oh boy. Panic at the Bingo is such a good username. It is. That's funny. All right, everybody. Well, tomorrow is going to be Amber Lynn, I think. We're going to... I don't know if she's going to upload a vlog tomorrow. She said that she hasn't been filming, but regardless, we'll probably do a stream recap of Amber Lynn, and then, we'll dive into whatever else there is. I'm thinking if there is enough content to go again and do Foodie on Tuesday, we will, because I don't anticipate being able to do 2 Amber Lynn streams back to back. So tentatively, what the next few days will look like is tomorrow we'll do Amber, Tuesday we'll do either Chantal, or we'll continue the Fundy live stream, and then Wednesday, I don't know, we'll kind of play it by ear. Did you get my super sticker? No, I didn't, Spike. I didn't see your username pop up. If it went through and it didn't come through on Streamlabs, I do apologize, but no, I didn't see your name pop up. Victoria the Pet Stylist, thank you for 7 months. Fat. Is that the last fat of the evening? Thank you for 7 months, Victoria. All right, guys, so that's going to be the tentative schedule for the next couple days. See you back tomorrow for Amber Lynn stuff. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight, you guys. We are caught up in all things Shantopoulos, for the most part. I mean, obviously, we could watch more of her live stream and everything, but 5 hours... I'm really appreciative of channels like Barbecue Chillin' that are able to condense it down for us. All right, guys.